Today we're going to talk about a very interesting topic, and that is the relationship between money laundering and NFTs. Now, this is something that I've recently discovered and dove very deep into, and it's extremely fascinating, and that is what we are going to talk about in today's video. So make me a deal. If you get any value or information out of today's video, hit that like and subscribe button. I greatly appreciate it, and comment down below your stance on NFTs. I personally do not own any NFTs, and I probably won't buy any anytime soon, or probably ever. It's just saying I'm not an NFT expert, and this is, but I am a money laundering expert. I own half of a legal channel, and we talk about that in great detail, so I'm very excited to talk about NFTs and money laundering. Now, I know enough about NFTs to make this video, but like I said, I'm not a part of the NFT group. I don't understand the value, and I know I'm probably going to get a lot of flack for this video because I'm not necessarily advocating for NFTs, but I don't think most people are. Anyway, without further ado, let's get into the video. Now, if you don't know what money laundering is, it's essentially cleaning money, laundering. That's where the term came from. Let's say you are part of a drug cartel and you have all this illegal cash. Well, you need to filter that and clean it. You need to launder it so it's clean, taxable, looks legit. So let's say, the cartel, they buy up a bunch of businesses and real estate and take those profits. In Breaking Bad, and Walter White, he made all this drug money producing meth, and he bought a gas station, which is pretty awesome because it's literally a laundering service, right? It's cleaning money. Anyway, so in the scene, it shows his wife running the stand and making these fake receipts, these fake orders, because they're putting money from the drug world into this business in the form of car wash sales, so that way it is cleaned, it's came through a legitimate business, and you pay taxes on it, right? So that is what money laundering is. And with NFTs, a lot of people were using these for tax benefits, but unfortunately it is now taxable, so that's out the window. But it's still useful in the world of money laundering, and that's what we're going to talk about in today's video. So essentially, these transactions have been deemed untraceable, so this is why it's so perfect for money laundering. And let me give you an example of some accusations that have been happening, and a lot of people are claiming that happened, and something that you could easily do to launder money with NFTs. So NFTs are basically just a JPEG image, right? So you can go into Photoshop, create some photo, a monkey on a tricycle with a crown smoking a cigarette with a green background. You can create that, list it for $500,000 and just buy it from yourself, right? So you can use the illegal money, put it in an account, and then just buy your own NFT for $500,000. And that is arguably what a lot of people are suspecting is happening with the NFT communities. I've heard some videos talk about that as the sole purpose of NFTs, which obviously isn't the sole purpose of NFTs. There's a full community who really are loving and passionate about NFTs and are buying it because they see value, they're looking to make money, and they genuinely enjoy the project. So I don't agree with that stance, but I do agree that there is definitely 100,000% criminal activity going on with NFTs, because we know all these Ponzi schemes, these pump and dumps, these influencer scams with crypto, right? So crypto has been taken advantage of like crazy with these scams. And what makes you think that NFTs are any different? And in fact, you see influencers creating their own NFTs like Jake Paul, Logan Paul, and all these influencers like Lil Pump promoting NFTs to sell stuff like this and sell cryptos, and it's all over the internet. So some are legit products, and a lot of them could potentially be scams. As we know, most of these coins have been proven to be scams. Now, I know that a lot of the things I'm saying in today's video are pretty vague and extremely just scratching the surface, but this is not meant for like the NFT community. This is meant for the mainstream who may not really understand exactly how NFTs work, exactly how the blockchain works. And I know the words I'm using are extremely vague, and in fact, you could argue against a lot of the things I'm saying because they're not technical. But like I said, this is for just, the everyday guy to understand this kind of interesting concept. And this is more about money laundering than really NFTs, but it's very interesting. So right now would be the prime time to launder money and the prime time for crime to move into the crypto and NFT money laundering space. And here's why. There is so much media hype behind it in a lot of just sole NFT YouTube channels. Mainstream media like BBC and Yahoo Finance, influencers like Graham Stephan and Andre Jack, and like I said, a lot of just plain NFT influencers, and not to mention all of these celebrity marketing campaigns on Instagram and Twitter and all this stuff are really creating a wild bubble that we have seen over and over and over with cryptocurrency. Now, right now is probably one of the highest times that NFTs are going to be in value. Now, I'm not saying that they're going to drop dead in the next 2 years, but I'm saying that every time something new comes on, everybody talks about it to drive clicks. Now, the reason they do that is because they make money through advertising. The same way YouTubers make money is the same way that news stations make money and blogs make money and internet articles is because they're trying to drive clicks for advertising sales, right? So it's perfectly safe to assume that the NFT space is extremely valuable right now. And it's probably going to level out and lower in the next 2 to 5 years when people stop talking about it because people either understand it's not new anymore and these companies and influencers and media outlets stop getting as many clicks and views because they're not making as much revenue. And we've seen this happen over and over with everything new that comes on the market. Even like with Tesla, it happens all the time. Anyway, according to my research, the highest NFT sold was 532 million. Oh my God. So honestly, it wouldn't raise any red flags if someone created an NFT, sold it for $500,000 in just 24 hours, right? So that wouldn't raise any red flags because everything is selling for such crazy prices. And in fact, that is chump change compared to some of the highest selling NFTs. 532 million. I've seen that in multiple places. That can't be real. $500 million. I thought the highest sold was like 6 million, but I've seen this being floated around. Let me know down in the comments below what the actual highest sold NFT is. That seems absolutely astronomical, unless it's a money laundering operation. So what I'm trying to say is these drug cartels could go into Photoshop and they could create an ape photo or whatever, smoking a doob on a spaceship with a spacesuit, whatever it might be. List it for $2 million, $500,000, $10,000, whatever, and then sell it immediately. So they could just buy their own NFT and clean the money through that. Because the SEC is not really regulating it all that much because it's brand new and same with cryptocurrency and they're kind of staying out of it and it's decentralized. But in 2 to 5 years, if instead of the average NFT selling for, let's say, $20,000, the average NFC is selling for $100. I'm not saying that's what the prices are going to be. I'm just saying, for example, $100 in 2 to 5 years, well, then if people start selling $500,000 NFTs, that will raise some red flags. They can hide behind this bubble in popularity in these insane prices and not raise any red flags. Like I said, $500,000, no one would really bat an eye at it. Just another crazy NFT sale. But like I said, if they're selling on average for $100 a piece and someone sells one for even $10,000, then they're going to be like, okay, why did this sell for so much? What's going on? It would raise some red flags. So right now is a great opportunity for criminals to clean their money through the insane NFT bubble. And the same way with art, and NFTs are basically art, right? So they're subjective in price. You go to buy a car, you're going to pay, within $5,000, depending on the mileage, between what the car is worth, depending on where you buy it, private seller, on a dealership, whatever. So essentially, because it's up to the eye of the beholder, up to interpretation, NFTs can sell for really whatever they want. It's like art, just like you go into an art museum, just because it looked like a 3-year-old painted it, doesn't mean it's not worth $3 million. For example, this is an NFT known as the Pixel, produced by an artist who goes by the name Pax and sold for roughly $1.3 million in April of 2021. So I guess whoever bought that was like, wow. Dig it. And like I said, someone looking to clean money can just generate an anonymous NFT, list it for sale, and buy it from themselves. They just simply purchase it from himself or herself from an anonymous, unregulated digital wallet with illicit funds, and then recognize the money as legitimate funds from the sale of the network. Obviously, NFTs are sold with cryptocurrency, which adds an entire other layer of complexity trying to track you down. The ACFE's 2021 Fraud Examiner Manual says, quote, as cryptocurrencies have become more widely adopted and used, they have been involved with a wide variety of fraud schemes, but perhaps none more so than money laundering. Converting illicit fiat currencies proceed into cryptocurrencies and then transferring cryptocurrencies through a complicated series of transactions across numerous wallets, making tracking the illicit fund path tedious and difficult for fraud examiners or law enforcement. As the blockchain technology continues to reinvent the way that transactions occur, it is important to keep your eyes peeled, stay vigilant and informed on things that are popping into the marketplace, selling for millions of dollars out of nowhere. A lot of these can be and are being exploited because people do not fully understand them and they are not regulated at this time. So that is basically how people can get away with money laundering scot-free, at least right now, with NFTs and cryptocurrencies. I mean, it's just, transferring from wallet to wallet, it's just harder to track. So this is the perfect opportunity. Now, obviously, I'm not saying you should do it. If I were to do it, if I was a drug dealer, this is what I'd do. Just saying. Anyway, folks, I hope you gained some information out of today's video. I did not go as deep as probably some of you NFT enthusiasts would like, because like I said, this is just for the average guy, including myself. I just thought this was an interesting topic. If you did get any information or value out of today's video, hold your end of the deal up, hit that like and subscribe button, comment down below, like I said, your stance on NFTs. I greatly appreciate you guys hanging out, and I've got to go put out this fire. I will see you in the next one.